Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 18 team in the country, the Rice Owls, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, a squad looking to put on a show. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. All of the blood and the sweat and the tears and the hours all come to this as we are ready to start the season. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Rice's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quick release on the RPO. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. A third and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Jamison. They're working that left side. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Owls are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Handoff from the gun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Got it! And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Here's the handoff. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that.
Will take
22. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll run the toss. At the 45, on his way. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll toss it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and fourth. Looking downfield, it's Jamison. Caught. Still on his feet at the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Owls will hustle to the line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to...
A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
He'll start this drive firing. Looking deep. And he makes the catch at the 25. All the way in for the touchdown.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Pulls and throws off the... And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida Atlantic. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. At the 45 on his way. He's got 69 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
That's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Using his legs, it's Bridges. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. With jet sweep pass. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Motion from the offense. The toss to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Trying to punch it in. He bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Jamison. Finds his tight end. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Give to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has a bit more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, we wondered all week how this one was going to play out, and through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The option look. The pitch. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. He now has 108 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. from the gun, running back on the move. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They've been running it, but now the pass. He makes the connection. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now after the short completion, it's second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 1 second left here in the third quarter. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's caught for the touchdown.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you. And
looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Now 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Jamison. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. To give it enough body English, but he missed it. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. Still a 17-point cushion. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking to throw, it's Jamison. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Caught on the outside, it's Pineda. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He's gonna pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard.
Touchdown, Rice! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's right on target. And out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Gonna take a shot. Can't connect on his first throw. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Trying to get the edge on the right. Open space at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Got enough space. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Going up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Jamison. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Now facing a 3rd and long. From From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Play number 9 on this drive. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the...
Looking for the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.